Yo, what up, Geos for Royal Arena Television? I'm really pleased right now because I have one of the legends of the West Coast, straight out of Los Angeles, Chali 2Na from
Yes,
the
sir.
legendary group Jurassic 5.
Yes, sir.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
You haven't performed yet, right?
No, we play at 9:50. So
Yeah,
got a little
okay.
time.
But it's not your first time in Switzerland. You came here at the Royal Arena 2 years ago.
With Jurassic 5, yeah, and then before that with my live band, twice. So yeah.
Yeah, what's your feelings about Switzerland regarding hip hop? You know, like the hip hop culture.
I've always admired how hip hop spread across the water. First and foremost, you know what I mean. So how it hit all of these different places, including Switzerland, is amazing to me because everybody takes it in a different way. Some people are more excited about it and more like, what I'm saying, just really, really amped. And then some people are like, it's cool, it's a style, and then they go on to the next thing. But you guys have embraced the whole culture. It's not just, I like rap. No, it's everything, and I appreciate it. We were riding over here to the site. I saw some of the most amazing graffiti I've seen in a long time. So, I mean, it's stuff like that that really shows me how Switzerland embraces the culture, and that's what's up.
And actually, the festival Royal Arena is really about the whole hip hop culture. We have graffiti artists that have painted walls. We have breakdance contests, MCs battle, and all that. And of course, the shows, music shows. You began doing music like decades ago. It was the era where the rappers maybe began doing with another discipline. Like, so what did you directly begin with rap, or you danced?
My first entrance into hip hop was through graffiti art.
Graffiti.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
a painter. I'm a painter today that can rap. You guys know me for rap, but you should check out some of my paintings. I'm a
consider
painter.
yourself more as a painter today?
I hate to say this for my fans out there, but yes, I always have though. I'm a painter who can rap, and that's why I think, in my opinion, that's why some of my words are so vivid and descriptive and artistically put together, because I'm trying to paint it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to paint the picture, like literally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
yeah, man.
With words.
Yeah, and I was a freight train painter. I was all kind of walls and all kind of things like that, man. And me and a bunch of my guys in Chicago. Then I moved to California, got with a bunch of guys that was painting. I just kept it going. I didn't really get serious about rap until California, though. So. Yeah.
So if we give you a bump, like a can, you're still able to
With
to
no
paint
problem.
some walls.
With no problem.
So nice. So can we just go back to the Jurassic 5 history, because you guys come from Los Angeles, but when you began Los Angeles, what's the year of the beginning of the
conception of Jurassic
5?
5 was like 1993.
Yeah,
right.
so-
But 94 was when we got the name and we got the.
So in that era, Los Angeles was really, with the gangster rap movement and all that, NWA, Tupac.
Yes, sir.
So because you never sounded like G-Funk and all that. It was more soulful already.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Right.
Thank
So what was the purpose? Why did you guys say, okay, we are not going to do this and go on that way, or it was like spontaneous? You began doing music and
It was a little bit of both. I would
Okay.
say we lived and come from impoverished conditions. We come from the ghetto, so to speak.
yeah.
Friends of ours, family members of ours are gangsters, drug addicts, different things like that. We chose not to talk about those things because there were a whole bunch of other people doing the exact same thing. It's like, why fall in line with that? What we chose to do was to emulate our heroes in hip-hop and try to be like those people who made us fall in love with what rap and what hip-hop was, which was like Cold Crush Brothers, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, Treacherous 3, Funky 4 plus one more. Then you got Houdini and Run DMC and LL Cool J and, and all of these different, groups and solo artists that just kept building and adding to the art form, as opposed to like maybe taking away from it and then creating something else that was like a hybrid or what have you. You know what I mean? We chose to emulate those guys. You know what I'm saying? That's why we say we're paying homage as well as returning favors, because that was a favor to us. It taught us, you know what I'm saying? Big up to people like Chuck D and KRS-One and, you know what I'm saying? Man, you know what I mean? Cool Herc. Let's take it back. You know?
All the legends.
Yes, sir.
So two years ago you came here with Jurassic 5. Now it's a little bit in a pause, right? It's a pause moment for Jurassic 5. You are all driving your solo careers.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We're just trying to, you know, everybody trying to do what they can do before it's over. You know what I mean? It's like all of us are close to 50 years old. It's true. I'm happy to say that because a lot of my friends didn't make it to this age, you know. So, you know, we only got this much time. Everybody got to do what's in their heart, and that's what we're trying to do, you know what I'm saying? So it's cool. I mean, I support each and every one of my brothers to the max, whether they know it or not, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's all love.
When you began, would you have thought that you may continue till your 50s doing
No.
rap and being in the hip-hop culture movement?
When I began, I didn't even think we was going to make it to get signed. I didn't know. We just were doing it for fun because it was in us. It was what, you know, drove us to be men, so to speak. So I didn't expect it to get to where we are today. And I'm happy that we are. I'm grateful that we're here. You know what I'm saying? God knows I'm definitely grateful, you know what I'm saying, in my heart as well as in my speech, you know. So, there's no more really I can say on that one. I'm just happy to still be around.
And around still doing music. In 2014, you dropped an EP or album, which was
Amphibian Music.
Yeah, Amphibian Music.
Yeah,
Exactly.
man. Yeah, man.
And then in 2017, you dropped another project, which
Yeah,
was
it's called-
more electro-oriented, EDM even.
Yeah.
With the Funk Hunters,
Mhm.
it's called Electric.
Electric, yeah.
Can you just tell us a little bit about this project?
Well, this project was part of a bigger project, which was 5 EPs, and the last one is coming out in October.
This October?
This October. yeah.
Okay.
So the first one was Against the Current. The second one was Amphibian Music. The third one was Bloodshot Fisheye. The fourth one is Electric. And the fifth one is called Instrumentality. And it was a part of a bigger project called Against the Current, simply because what I was doing was making music to appease an audience that was helping me raise money through Pledge Music to create a coffee table book for all my art and all that. So I have a coffee table book called Against the Current that was funded by all of the fans who supported me all these years, and I was making music to give to them at first. But when it came out, everybody else started to listen to it, and it was all good for me. I was just really doing it for the people who supported me all of these years. And each one of them has its own like theme, from hip hop to basically all of the music that inspires me, you know, reggae music, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Chicago originally, so the birthplace of house music.
House music, of course, yeah.
And so I love me some electronic music. It is what it is, you know what I mean? And all of this EDM stuff, from drum and bass to, you know, garage, all of this stuff. I like it all, you know what I mean? I have no problem with it, you know what I mean? So I was just trying to flex, man. I don't like to be put in a box. I never have. I like to use what I've learned in different situations and try to, you know, see what grows. Yeah.
I always like to ask to people like you what they think about the current rap evolution, actually. We are in an era with a lot of the trap scene, of course, rappers that we call SoundCloud rappers with face tattoos and all that. Personally, I like it, but a lot of people are criticizing and saying that like it was better before. So people who come from before, and of course are still here, what they think about it. So what's your point of view?
Well, my point of view is the music that's being made right now is rap. It's a hybrid of what we used to do. It's not hip hop, if you want to talk about the whole culture. But I'm not trying to diss these youngsters, because basically they're talking to each other. It's not made for us, so to speak. If you like it, that's dope. You know, it's a couple of them joints I like too. I'm like, all right, I came front. But
is it a joint you liked like the last months?
Well, like for me, man, my song was Panda by Designer.
Oh, Panda was nice,
I
right?
loved that song, man. I loved it. I don't know.
Designer.
Yeah, Designer was
the
dope.
remix with
That
Kanye.
song is hard to me. But it's stuff like that, like, you know, that people are talking to the youth. Like when Grandmaster Flash and them came out, man, let's take it a little bit earlier. I mean, a little bit sooner. Let's say LL Cool J was writing Radio and You'll Rock and Rock the Bells and all those songs at 16 years old, talking to a bunch of 16-year-old people.
Yeah.
We didn't think about it like that at the time, but that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's like every generation has its own trend, has its own slang, has its own, you know what I'm saying, just appeal. And I think that's what's going on right now. I personally come from an era where being clever meant everything when it comes to lyrics. I can't and I won't step out of what I've learned as a student of hip hop, not just rap. You know what I'm saying? But I will not disrespect the youngsters just because they're youngsters. And I think more of us, the people who are from the 90s and the 80s, should reach out to these brothers and try to, you know, at least teach them a couple of things that they're willing to listen. But I do understand that there is a divide, not only from age, but finances. Like when Run DMC became the biggest rap group on earth, people like Treacherous 3 and all them dudes was like, man, come on, man, that ain't even as dope as what you see what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
So so it goes again. Here we go.
It's a cycle.
We're old. It's a cycle. It's just what it is, man. The old guys gonna always talk crazy about the youngsters before they try to teach them a lesson or talk to them about history, or, you know what I'm saying, just invite them into the circle, or, you know, do what it takes to get invited into their circle, you know what I'm saying? Or even if it ain't that, at least respect the fact that they're trying to create something on their own. I just don't like how people try to make it one thing when it's not really. It's like, you know, hip hop is a culture. It's 45 years old. It's older than every last one of the rappers that exists right now. And it's a shame that some of them don't look back because of how much money they're making. But at the same time, who am I to judge? You know, so yeah.
And the good thing about like our era is as well, like there is a comeback of the, I think that there is a comeback of the more soulful productions and all that on the mainstream. There was always, but like even on the mainstream and commercial with success, you know, like people like J. Cole, I think. So what for you, according to you, who are the current Jurassic 5?
Wow. I don't think they'll ever be, well, we was trying to be the Cold Crush dudes and all those dudes. So, I mean, I don't think it'll ever really be somebody that was like us. But we were taking cues from people like Wu-Tang and all of those different big groups that were big groups. You know what I mean? They also had solo acts in them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would say like Odd Future and those dudes is probably the closest thing.
Odd Future, okay.
Yeah, because there's so many different little solo things, but then they're a big force together. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I appreciate that. It's really dope like that. And I love movements, man. I love like the TDE movement. You know, the Top Dog.
Of course, Kendrick Lamar.
I love that. You know, I love movements when people are together and they're doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And even with solo acts, that'll like help other acts come on. Like collaborations to me is the key to all of us connecting. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Thanks a lot for having answered. So your next project is dropping in October?
In October. It's called Instrumentality. It's an EP. It's about 7 songs. It's all done in the spirit of live bands that I mess with around, you know, over the years. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice. Can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, man.
And if you want to say a last word for the public, or
big up public. This is Chali 2Na from a crew called Jurassic, Stretch Like Elastic. I'm also from Ozo Motley. You got to remember that. Instagram is CHALI_2NA. Yeah, man, just be on the lookout for me, and thank you guys for all of the support all these years. Respect.
Thanks a lot, man. Royal Arena, it's a wrap.